Petty Officer First Class Juwaria Webb joined the Navy after September 11, 2001. She's Muslim, but Webb was told at boot camp that she could not cover her hair with a traditional hijab.
I felt naked. I felt like everyone was looking at me. I felt uncomfortable. Um, but it took time for me to get used to it.
She still covered her hair when she was out of uniform. As her faith deepened, she says she wanted to make the hijab part of her Navy life in San Diego. A few months ago, her command granted her request for an accommodation under the Religious Freedom Restoration Act.
It's something that I've always wanted to do. I was just worried about how people would perceive me because now I'm supposed to be this religious person, and if I get upset, well, all Muslims get upset, and I have to be careful of what I say and what I do because now I'm representing Muslims. And also, it made me feel very proud because now I feel like now I'm representing Muslims and they can see how we really are.
RFRA has been in the spotlight as a number of troops, including a group of Navy SEALs, have filed lawsuits on religious grounds. They're challenging the military's COVID-19 vaccination mandate. The Pentagon is discharging troops who refuse the shot. Attorney Daniel Blumberg's firm handles religious freedom cases. He's not involved in COVID lawsuits, but he's worried his clients could be impacted. He says the Navy is bypassing the normal process for granting religious accommodations.
I think the process itself is causing a significant part of the problem. But the big problem is that nobody's getting granted. Nobody's getting granted, right?
Though mainstream Christian leaders support the vaccine, the most common objection is that the cells used to research the vaccine were ancestors of aborted cells taken decades earlier. More than 3,000 sailors have applied for religious exemptions since the mandate took effect in November. A federal judge issued an injunction barring the Navy from discharging them, possibly until the Supreme Court rules. Blumberg fears those cases might make it easier for the military to deny other religious accommodations.
If a service member has a sincere religious belief and the government substantially burdens it, then the government has to have a really good reason to do that and in no other way of accomplishing the mission.
Blumberg has represented Sikhs who have filed lawsuits to wear traditional turbans and other sailors whose faith emphasizes wearing beards. He says the law is supposed to find reasonable accommodation wherever practical.
There are going to be some environments that will not be as conducive for having a bearded Jew or Sikh or Muslim serve in. They just won't. And so those individuals will have the opportunity to serve in other contexts.
He says an unvaccinated SEAL can work a desk job rather than in the close quarters of a rib boat, but they shouldn't be discharged. Navy leaders have told the courts that they see vaccination as the way back to normal after crippling COVID-19 outbreaks sidelined ships. Navy Surgeon General Bruce Gillingham spoke to sailors in a video.
COVID is a force readiness issue, and there's no better protection for an individual, a family, or the community than getting the immunity that comes from being vaccinated.
I do support the COVID vaccine, so that's why I'm vaccinated.
Petty Officer Webb said she asked the Council on American Islamic Relations to write a letter to her command after she became more observant, even though she plans to retire from the Navy in little over a year. In her case, the Navy set limits on where she can wear her hijab. For instance, if she ever works on a flight line.
Why am I going to wait until later? I don't know if I have later. So go ahead and do it now. I wish I would have done it sooner because I feel like it's helping me become a better person.
Steve Walsh, KPBS News.